How's it going? Anne here to talk about my Helioterra Pinot Noir. Obviously in the Willamette Valley here in Oregon, Pinot Noir is the Grand Dame, the queen, the most righteous grape that we grow. Well, many would disagree, but it is definitely the grape that has brought the Willamette Valley on the path of its claim to fame. We have created world-class wines for many decades now, rivaling the best in the world, which gives us the bragging rights to hang our hat on Pinot Noir as one of the best grapes grown here in the Willamette Valley and what really makes us one of the best producing regions in the world. So today, we are going to talk specifically about the Helioterra 2016 Pinot Noir Willamette Valley. So this particular wine is my entry Pinot under my Helioterra label. I actually do, in any given year, 3 or 4 different Pinot Noirs. This is the starting point, and it's the one that gives you the best introduction both to my Pinot Noir style, but also to the vintage and the vineyards that I'm sourcing grapes from that year. So in this particular wine in 2016, I sourced fruit from 4 different vineyards across the Willamette Valley and a couple sub-AVAs. So this is coming from a number of different regions, which means that you're getting fruit from volcanic soils, oceanic sedimentary soils, and you're also having a variety of different clones. And then when I'm fermenting this wine, I use all the native yeast, spontaneous fermentation of what comes naturally on the fruit. So in doing that, I want to preserve the uniqueness of the vineyard and the soils and what that each particular site can give me. And then at the end, after a year in barrel, then I taste through the cellar, create my blends, and the Willamette Valley is what represents the best of the vintage, the cellar, and a cross-section of everything that I made that year. So it's a real melting pot of Pinot Noir. This particular wine is a blend of, let's see, Pommard, Wadenswil, 777, 115, and that's it in that particular, in the 2016. So those are all clones of Pinot Noir. They have slightly different signatures. I choose the ones that I just said because some of them are a little bit more fruity and some of them are a little bit more savory. So you get a wine that has both of those representations within it. And when I'm making my wine, I'm going for a Pinot Noir that is both complex, a little feminine, definitely not over-extracted, and more on the red fruited spectrum. But of course, depending on what Mother Nature does in that particular year, you might get something that it's a little bit riper and thereby more robust, or something that's a little bit more subtle and elegant. So the 2016 was a warm year. Right out of the gate on the nose, I get a ton of Bing cherry and raspberry, ripe raspberry. But then like following that, there's also a little bit of like a cola and sarsaparilla note and a little bit of like forest floor wood chip. There's just a tiny bit of graphite. So you, like I said, you get a little bit that savory quality paired with that real ripe fruit characteristics, but all those red fruits. We're not going for like big, dark, deep, over the top wine. I definitely get a lot of that fruit coming through on the palate. Fills the mouth across the mid palate quite a lot. There's a nice juiciness, some really good acidity. This would be a really great food pairing Pinot. I'm an avid forager. This goes really great with mushrooms, salmon, you know, what grows together goes together, things that we have here in the Northwest. Man, I'm still tasting it. This is a really long finish wine. And really happy how this one turned out, and I hope you enjoy it. Cheers.